Hello friends, welcome back to Python programming. So in this lab we have two interesting questions. Well, we're going to start from with some sort of real programming and logic stuff. All right, so the first question asks us to find the factorial of a number using a loop. So we're going to use a loop to find the factorial of a number. So how we're going to realize this program is, first of all, we're going to get a number from the user. Then after getting the number from the user, we know to say factorial of a number is nothing but it's let's say the number is 3. A factorial of 3 is 3 times 2 times 1. So starting from there, and then the factorial of 4 is that. So it's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. All right, so let us see how we can realize this. So first of all, we'll just write here 3 denoted by this symbol. So 3 factorial of factorial 3 is equivalent to that. Then now we're going to get a number from the user. So this number will be a type of integer. So input, yeah. So get this value. What we're going to do is, there are so many ways we can realize this program. So I would prefer us to first check. So say if number num is, so we'll say num is equal to 0 and num, so num is less than, equals to 0, less than 0, then we return. Okay, let's just use 0 here. So it equals to 0, then return. Okay, let's move just to use print 0, and then here we'll put factorial equals to 1. So the factorial of 0 is 1. Else, we can use else if. So else if, we know to say that is to be else if. So else if num is less than 0, we'll print no solution found, because we know to say that we do not work with values which are negatives when dealing with factorial. So now, how are we going to realize the program? What we're going to do, we'll do while n is greater than 0, which is num greater than 0, and then here we'll have a which will name fac, which will be getting the values. And then so here we say fac is equals to fac times num. Then what we do to the num is num, each time it will be reducing. So like I mentioned earlier on, that you have a right to write this instead just direct like this. So similarly, even here we can write it like that. So it will reduce until it finishes. So what we'll do here, we're going to print out the program, the value. So we'll say fac and then number. Okay, we just do the inverse. Maybe just to get the value, say n is equals to num, just to help us when printing out here, but it's not necessarily important. So we'll say, or we can just use answer. So it's equals to fac. So we can rub this just to save some memory. All right. So let us try to run the program and see if there are any errors. No. Entering log4. So we have an error. Okay. Yeah, didn't comment the values. Which value didn't we comment? Everything seems to be commented. Oh no, this is log3. So it's supposed to go in log3. Cd. So no, I haven't moved out. How come? Okay. Yeah. So enter a value. So we'll try through first. Okay, we're getting an infinite loop. But we're not seeing the results, then we're getting an infinite loop. So here we're saying wow, num is greater than that. Okay, here it did multiplication, so when correcting that, so it's supposed to be, so factorial of 3 6, factorial of 5 is supposed to be 120, factorial of 6 720, so it works. And then let us solve the last problem now quickly, counting the number of words and characters. So counting the number of words, you can simply use spaces to help us realize that, because for you to find the length of the word, then the next one, then we'll move like that. So what we're going to do now with the second exercise, let me just comment this one, and then